This is Chris Hansen.
This is TJ Hushmanzada.
Chad doing Rip City Radio here.
This is Jamie Hudson.
And I need to let y'all know something. You're listening to.
And you're listening to.
It just makes sense.
This just makes sense.
It just makes sense.
Woo! Way better than Chris Hansen.
Yeah, seriously. I want to get involved in the rigging of Fat Bear Week.
In relationship to Fall Out Boy.
Oh, Fallout Boy. People are.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
we got it.
cut that.
Like, someone should hire you to be a protester. 4 bills dead weight. They're not getting you off that court.
They look at me and I'm like, I fucking dare you.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
dare you.
I mean,
A
like,
tractor, there's nothing that can.
They gotta be forklift certified.
Oh, I can't be a Cowboys fan because of this moral high ground that you are on. Bite me. Eat me.
Bite me. Eat me. I mean, gosh.
I'm so sorry to everyone that we just did that to.
Everything I just said before that, I just made that shit up.
Small enough and dumb enough.
Small enough, dumb enough. That's what we want.
That is It Just Makes Sense. Welcome to the 100th episode of It Just Makes Sense!
Let's go.
Listen, it's kind of an interesting path that we did to get here. Because, Braxton, I remember when we sat in the first time ever in my office, and you were so nervous, very, very jittery. And now we're doing this in front of all of our friends for them all to see. And you're wearing what will be your wedding suit.
That's the plan. I mean, as long as Fireball pays for my wedding, I think I'm down.
Yes.
I mean, this jacket does fit perfectly.
So, it's the podcast that nobody asked for, but you're going to get anyways now live. Yeah.
Welcome to Jimmy's, everybody.
Welcome to Jizzy's,
To
everybody.
Jizzy's. Welcome to Jizzy's from now on.
Yeah. So, we're going to be your host for the next hour. And I'm Peter. This is Miguel. And all the gym rats know Braxton
Does this
Tanner.
mean we're big time? Are we big time now?
No.
No, not yet.
We're shoved in a corner of a
we
sports
getting
bar.
paid?
Let's see how we do, and then we'll ask ourselves
Yeah,
if
then
we're big
we'll
time
say.
at the end of
It'll
this. How about
always be
that?
a raging success. It'll always be a raging.
Are we getting paid for this?
No, we're paying for this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Miguel.
but coming up on, well, before we get into what's coming up on the show, I just kind of wanted to give people a debrief of how this all came to be. Like, this all started in the height of COVID, right? And we were like, hey, what's better than, a global pandemic than shoving ourselves into a small room and recording together? And we started out venturing as like a sports gambling podcast, and then it was like, hey, we're really bad at that. And
we suck.
Yeah, we were very bad.
Suck at gambling.
And then we're like, why don't we just kind of like talk about nostalgia? Why don't we just talk about, the good old times as 30-year-olds?
That does seem to be what it always comes back to.
Exactly,
That's for
the
sure.
good old times.
You
So
can kind of roll that into this question out of the basket.
we will have a question and answer here coming up.
No, but what you guys are talking about, what was the inspiration behind the podcast?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a great question.
Well, Braxton, I remember it was right before it was right before all those fires happened in 2020. We were sitting around a fire, right?
Having a few Boneyard beers, maybe a couple shots of Fireball.
Yeah. And you said, you know what this world needs is another podcast.
Yeah, 3 straight guys talking about sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when it came down to it, like I said, we're like, hey, like, why don't we explain sports to people, or why don't we explain sports betting to people? And then we realized we were so bad at that we just like eventually just like leaned on this and whatever this is.
Yeah,
our
attempt
the
to
initial,
be funny, I
was
guess.
that the initial idea? We were going to explain sports betting to people?
We did have a segment.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
what
like
the-
making sense of it, which
We've
was a
known
very
that we don't
terrible
know what the
franchise.
fuck we're doing.
Well,
That's not-
it
Yeah.
took about 2 episodes to realize that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we
So-
tried to explain. So
Yeah, I was like, hey, let's
Just the lingo, but not
Yeah.
the strategy.
Yeah,
what's
absolutely.
a parlay?
Yeah, that
You
was
know,
bad.
That was so bad. So now it's just talking about weird food, whatever's crazy, obscure happening in the world. Within it, we've actually gotten a chance to like meet a lot of really cool people. We've been introduced to R.J. James, a Wolf of Wall Street. We learned what a monster and a super teaser was. That was like when we really knew like this is where we have no idea what we're doing, right? And And yeah, and is Eric around? Where's Eric?
No, not
at?
yet,
Eric's
not
not here.
yet,
We'll
no.
tell the story about Eric here in a bit. I hope it's all right that I have dubbed the people who come to this bar as the gym rats.
Yeah, I think they can accept that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
I mean,
pretty
if
good
you
name.
come up with something else, then that's fine too. So, but we will tease once Eric gets here. We'll tease a story about how you brokered a weed deal with him. So,
Yeah, one of the greatest weed dealers I've ever dealt with.
Brokered
That's
a
for sure.
weed
yeah. But before we get any further, like we'd be remiss to, not talk about the sponsors of the event tonight.
Absolutely.
We have not only our presenting sponsor of the podcast in both Boneyard Beer as well as Scrimmage, but we wanted to shout out our presenting sponsor of tonight's show, which is our Fireball sponsorship for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We got $5 specials on Fireball all night. There's going to be some merch that we're giving out later. I think there might be some tasters coming around if we're lucky.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
For now, we'll
Is that
just
Fireball?
Oh.
Is
no,
that Fireball?
not yet.
Oh.
We'll do the Fireball here.
None
up
of us
in-
are
Okay,
drinking
so I just
Boneyard.
got word if they buy a shot, or if you buy a shot of Fireball, you get to come out and choose what merch you'd like. So make sure you guys are drinking Fireball.
Everyone loves a good. The jacket is off limits though.
Yeah, no, this jacket is mine for sure.
So, fun show coming up. We're hoping to get some participation throughout. Miguel has the question and answer side of things covered. But yeah, we'll invite people to come up and talk. Then we're going to be talking about Smash or Pass, where we're taking NFL players and coaches, and actually they've been transformed into women, and we're going to objectify them because why not? That's the way. And I do have a special surprise at the end for that, though.
Perfect.
So, but kind of the cadence of the show as well. At the end of every episode, we have a loser of the podcast. And it is the person who had the worst statistical
Worst picks of
week.
the week.
Right. And so what I tried to do was broker a deal and have Braxton be this week's loser because I go, he's in a safe space. It doesn't matter, if you lose, and I think that everyone would have loved that. And in fact, I was trying to get Braxton to do that, is to walk around in a bit of a Speedo, similar to what the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was such a tall order. You were never going to go for that.
He was never
I
going to
mean,
do
when he
that.
told
I
me
don't
that
really
shit
think
today.
anybody would want to see me in that Speedo
People
as-
would
along
love
with
to
this
see you in
Fireball
Would you
that.
have
jacket.
done that if we presented that to you last minute
I
tonight?
wouldn't have, but that wasn't the
Yeah,
point.
no one would.
Jeez.
He was in a safe space. He was in a safe space.
I don't know. That was a tall order.
Well, unfortunately, that wasn't the worst thing we saw in sports this weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys apparently, so we're going to have Blazers tickets to give away
Yeah,
at the end
absolutely.
of this as well.
Absolutely.
And part of that is if that person chooses to join me, this week's loser, in the punishment. So I guess maybe we'll present it, or we'll just have someone blindly commit to the punishment like I do, and then they will
Maybe.
get Blazers tickets to the San Antonio Spurs game against Zach Collins, the greatest Blazer of all time, coming back.
Yeah.
He fucked up Russell Westbrook the other day. I don't know. That was. I love LeBron.
Made him bleed his own blood. You hate to see
bleed
it.
his own blood. So.
You hate to see it.
Either way, I would have loved to have seen you in a Speedo tonight, but I
Well,
don't.
I'm sorry, Pete. That dream's not going to come true for you. No Speedo.
Miguel has always talks about us drowning in technology, but now this is like
I'm busy going through the question.
this is like
Preparing for the next
predating
segment.
technology. So, these are good. Part of the worst punishment we've done, I'll talk. Just a couple weeks ago, Braxton had to do. He had to drink pork blood as
Yeah.
part of the punishment.
Yeah, and there's kind of a theme in our punishments. You know, we kind of set them up and we hand them over to whoever loses. And then after they've consumed this disgusting substance, we do a little research and realize that, like, oh, that's
You
really
shouldn't have
bad
done that.
for you.
Yeah, you shouldn't
You
have
could
done
have
that at
gotten
all.
really, really sick. Drinking the blood of other animals is a bad idea.
We didn't
Did you
cook
feel-
most of the time.
Did you feel weird after?
No, I felt strong and full of testosterone,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Well,
but
and that's how
that's
Miguel,
neither here nor there.
Miguel felt last week. We convinced Miguel or tried to convince him that he was drinking pig jizz, which was another fun thing there. It was just a very sweet concoction that also involved Fireball.
But he did believe us.
He
sure.
only believed
What
it,
makes you
though.
think I believed it?
You believed it as soon
You
as he
did.
said that that it boosted your testosterone. You were
What
like,
it-
it's on Fear
But
Factor.
you think I would have said no if you just straight up told me it was pig cum?
We did tell you it was pig cum.
Yeah, and then
you did it. You guzzled it down, no problem,
You
brother.
did. Well, it did take a little bit of
You-
coke.
it
Pig
looked
juice
like
is
you
good
might have
for you.
enjoyed it a little bit, to be honest.
3 swigs.
It was 3 gulps, I would say.
Yeah.
3
There
big
was
gulps
there was a
of what you believe to be semen. Love that for you.
love that.
Heard it was
for
good
you.
for you.
Yeah. Oh, I love that we're a dog-friendly
Dog.
Yeah, there we go. How we doing, Bill?
Dog.
There we go. Go Ducks. Go Ducks.
Okay, so as far as like worst punishments of the past, I have talked about that. We made you eat balut as well, which is like a fertilized
Duck embryo.
a duck embryo.
Yeah,
Sure.
I've done that. Good times.
Uncooked. That was by
Uncooked.
accident.
And for
Yeah.
people who haven't had a chance to listen to every episode of our podcast, you guys have made me multiple times call my ex-girlfriend of 4.5 years.
Yeah, she here tonight?
She is not.
Oh, damn.
You didn't make me invite
Call her,
her,
Lindsay.
therefore I did not
Lindsay,
invite
call
her.
her.
Yeah,
we
give her
should
a
have
call.
gotten her here. That would have been
Stacey.
awesome.
She's out
Show
trying
up.
out for another American Idol audition.
Probably.
Spelling shit wrong.
Oh, my
Thinking
God.
that albinos are from Canada. Might be.
Wait,
but-
they're not?
Who knows?
Okay.
There might be a couple. But, okay, so what would you guys describe as your worst punishment? Because you had lemon juice in your eye. That wasn't that bad. Braxton is always a consummate bitch when
Braxton's
it comes
had
to
the
punishment.
worst. Braxton's
How
had the worst.
dare you?
You are.
You're
I mean,
crossing the line again. No, well, it's because I always get the worst punishments. You guys fuck me over.
To be fair, you've had the worst punishments, but you're also kind of a bitch. Like with everything.
That
like
seems to be the
before
theme.
every
With
punishment.
No matter what
you-
I say, that seems to be the theme.
But you drink piss for $20.
that
and then
never
you go-
happened. Allegedly.
You did consume my wife's breast milk at a certain point in this
Oh, yeah?
podcast as well.
That
She's
is
not
tr-
even
that is
Cambodian.
true, too.
So,
Oh, goodness gracious.
Definitely when you shut all the lights off.
oh yeah.
The scary mental
Oh, yeah.
torture where I thought shit was gonna pop
That's
up.
That was the funniest one, and we didn't even do anything.
we didn't
to
even
you.
do anything. We
We
just
had
shut the
nothing for
lights
you.
off,
You
and
did
Miguel
nothing for
created a
you. You did
mental
everything.
torture chamber for himself.
You did everything.
We had nothing.
He was
for
like,
you
"There's
that
something behind me. I know there is."
Yeah.
We just came unprepared, buddy.
night. It was nothing. That's the mental
Props, that was good.
torture. The mental torture there is kind of where it
Oh
goes.
goodness.
So, anything good in those questions, or are we waiting a little bit?
You want questions? We got some good ones.
Sure. Why don't we
let's
throw
pop,
one?
You
let's
did.
pop-
Hey,
let's pop
just-
a question in from the audience. What do
Whoever
we got, Miguel?
wrote, what was the inspiration behind the podcast? I think we took care of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great handwriting too.
You think it was Tim?
Probably.
Yeah. Shout out Tim, who walked in front of our frame earlier.
I think this is a
part
good
of the
one.
experience.
It's a live
Are we
podcast.
diving in?
Yeah, sure.
Give us one. Give us one. Let's test the water.
I like the. I mean, as soon as I picked this one up, this is great. Marry, fuck, kill. Terry Stotts, Rick Adelman, Dr. Jack.
Oh. Gosh.
I think this one's on you, Mr. Blazer.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rick Adelman, I would marry Terry Stotts.
You would.
He's so
Oh, I
wholesome.
bet he's a
yeah,
gr-
I've
he's-
got someone
he's
agreeing with me.
I
I've
bet
got
he's a
big-
gracious lover.
Yeah, you're right. But like, I am not fucking an old Dr. Jack, so I've got to kill him.
He is a doctor. He could be.
So-
You could be like a sugar baby or something.
I feel like if I were to on the fuck side,
Would you
of
marry
Adelman-
Terry Stotts because he doesn't play any defense?
Exactly.
Just wide open.
Yeah, he's just like, it's a wide open lane for me and Terry
Oh,
Stotts.
goodness.
No, and then Rick Adelman, I feel like during the process would be like very much critiquing what is happening. So we'd have a 24-second shot clock for sure.
So who are you killing then?
Dr. Jack?
Dr. Jack, because I'm
Okay,
not fucking
okay,
an
okay.
old man.
Fair enough,
I
fair
mean, I
enough.
know at some point he was younger.
Fair
but-
enough.
So
This is a good one, too. This is for Peter.
for me,
If you had to change your bandwagon fandom from the Chargers to a different team,
Who did that?
what team would it be and why?
in the NFL,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I mean, like, everyone, like, when you think about, like, the regional connection.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was a 49ers fan as a kid. You know, there was,
That's
like,
gross.
Right. Well, it was, like, the Montanas and the Youngs. And then you had Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice and that. And then it was, like, on the other side, you had the Packers with Brett Favre, right? So I was a
Are you
49ers
like going
fan.
back to like 1985?
Yes, I'm talking about, like, as a kid.
No,
what my
today.
fan- But, okay, so I'm talking about regional. So we don't have one here in Portland. So you would go either San Francisco 49ers or you would go Seahawks, right?
Is that the reason you're a Chargers fan? Because they're in LA and they're close enough to the Northwest?
Well, that and Justin Herbert, who was
Well,
an
then
Oregon
why wouldn't you go
quarterback.
with the Falcons or something because of Mariota?
Oh, because Mariota might be out of the league in a year or two.
You don't know that. They're about to make
I
the playoffs.
do. They're going to
Justin Herbert's a fraud.
Yeah. How dare you?
That's a
Fraud. He's a
That's a
fraud, and
bold
you know
take.
it. He hasn't done
Oh,
shit.
oh goodness.
He hasn't done anything.
Now you're gonna get the people going.
He hasn't done shit, and you know it.
Hey, Eric's here now. Yeah. He said, Justin Herbert's my son.
Oh
Let him
goodness.
have
Justin
it.
Herbert's dad's here, everybody. There we go.
Give it up for-
Justin Herbert's dad.
Justin
Eric,
Herbert's
your
son.
son?
There we go, Steve.
I walked in on
There
this
you go.
guy in the bathroom this weekend, actually. I kid you not. And then he had the audacity to accuse me of being a pervert. He left the door unlocked. Not my fault. No, okay, give him the microphone. Give him the mic.
I don't know if
Give
we
him the
want to
mic.
do that.
I want to. I want to
No.
hear it. I want to hear the
No.
rebuttal. Give him the mic.
Oh goodness.
Here.
Just because we have an extra mic doesn't mean we need to use it.
Does it work? Wait for it. Yeah.
I like coming to Jimmy's. I like a lot of you.
Eric, what's happening?
But when this guy follows me into the bathroom, it's really creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just an older guy.
Yeah. All right. Turn him off.
Hey,
He's done.
turn it
All
off.
right, all right.
You said you would wear duck stuff tonight. You're not wearing any
You're
duck
not wearing
gear.
any duck stuff.
Oh, God.
I
'Cause
know.
you're embarrassed.
If they
You're
won.
embarrassed because of what
If
happened.
they won.
Goodness gracious.
If they won.
What happened on Saturday?
What happened was we were very giving to Oregon State.
Yeah.
Actually, I won
You
Oregon State.
okay?
Hey, you know what? We lost your duck. That's fine. Let's give Oregon State. Jonathan Smith is a fucking
Yeah. Give Jonathan
is.
Smith credit.
What did Jonathan Smith do to Dan Lanning?
ducks are consistently inconsistent.
Consistently
Yes.
inconsistent. Exactly.
Smith is one of the best fucking coaches ever. I'm sorry, I'll leave here.
Listen, I just wanted to get your side of the story on me walking in on you in the bathroom. I thought that was a better story.
And obviously, there's a lawsuit coming.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, I'm not trying to be a dick. But what is up with the stickers still on the sunglasses? And what's with the sunglasses?
He just got them. They're fireball.
Let him live
oh,
his
they're
life.
the fireball glasses.
Yeah.
Jesus,
They're wonderful
Peter.
sunglasses.
I get it.
Lay off the guy.
All right, sorry. Such a troll, apparently.
Let him live.
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
my bad.
Well, how
Yeah.
was your guys' Thanksgiving?
I had a blast, except for the fact that I had to kill my dog.
Yeah, that's a downer.
Yeah, it was a big downer.
Yeah, that's-
Christ.
So that's a little bit crass. I think that's the way that I project in the way of grieving. But we will toast to Hank later on.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah. But I appreciate you asking.
Anything else of
Dick.
note, Miguel?
Yeah, Miguel. Back to
I was at the
Miguel.
casino.
Yeah.
Like
How
a
did that
fucking degenerate.
Yeah.
I was at
Put any,
A&A and I sat down on the slot machine, won $100.
There we go.
Really?
You do any
Thanksgiving
sports
night.
betting? Anything of note?
Yeah, DraftKings. I won about $300 on $20.
There we go. Congrats.
Been a
What
good
a
week.
Nice job.
Miguel's claim to fame when it comes to sports betting is being next to a woman who won $1.4 million
Yeah.
on the Wheel of Fortune game in Vegas.
Very
So
tiny woman.
You could have taken her.
I could have
You think?
not taken her. Like I wouldn't hurt her. I could have hidden her somewhere and like
That's
taken her
my
seat.
grandmother.
Just like a simple kidnap. We're not talking
Yeah, it's
simple
assault.
like
kidnap.
Move her to the
You don't
dumpster.
wanna-
and
you don't
then
want to
take
take
her
it that
seat.
far.
Yeah.
I didn't, for the record.
So Thanksgiving, great.
Yeah.
This guy skipped some Thanksgiving to go watch the Blue Devils.
Yes, it was a great tournament. Mitch and I went to Duke versus Oregon State. It's a beaver right there. See the beav?
OSU.
Big beaver.
Fight.
Duke barely squeaked it out. Memorial Coliseum. Sat next to Tayshaun Prince.
Did you now?
Yeah.
Did
I
you
didn't
share-
say anything to him.
Did you share a hot dog with him?
No, but I did eat 8 hot dogs throughout the weekend.
That's
8?
very
On
impressive.
a Thanksgiving weekend, you had
It's
8
up
hot
there on the
dogs?
stats of PK tournament.
I will say, though, that for you, those are kind of rookie numbers. You might need to bump those
It's-
number up.
Yeah,
I was thinking at least a baker's dozen.
Yeah. Well, this
It
is
was pretty weak.
The same guy who said that he could eat 10 hot dogs in 2 minutes and ate 1.5 hot dogs in 2 minutes.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That was
the
disappointing as
bread.
well.
It just stays.
Yeah,
gotta
you
dip
got to
it.
go with the
Full
you know,
dip.
the dunk.
I can't
You got
do
to
it.
dunk her down.
I can't
Full
do
dip.
it.
Well, nothing else happened of note that
Damn
weekend, right?
Nice.
Oh, here
You're
we
a
go.
wild man.
Fireball.
The greatest.
Oh, there we
Riley.
go.
You're
Is
a
that
wild man,
Fireball?
Riley.
Let's get a
Yeah.
quick cheers to Riley.
O'Reilly and the
There we go.
Fireball.
Thank you very much. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
What's live on YouTube, I guess? Or to record?
Tastes like sex.
You all want more of these?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go. Give it to me.
I wish there were more
Give it to
Mary
me.
fuck kills. Those are great.
You find another one, and I'll tell you about why I hate Christmas, all right?
Okay, Pete,
no,
take
no,
it away.
no.
No, but okay, so I mean, like,
Oh God.
so you get into it, and you have someone on the. I don't know if people still listen. Who listens to the radio still? Do people listen to the radio still? You have like these tiny little cut-ins, right? And they go like, "Hey, let's go out to Janine out in Washougal. Tell us why it's the best weekend ever." And she goes, "'Cause I get to make gingerbread cookies." And then they go to the song.
With like a air horn. Gingerbread.
I mean, it
then
was a
straight to
country
Pitbull.
music station, I think, but it's just like, what's the point? Why are you going to do that? But then also, Caesar salad candy canes exist.
Those
So,
are
like-
two linear thoughts right there.
Thank
Pete.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Caesar salad? What?
Yeah, if you
Caesar
like
salad
Christmas so
candy
much, how can you
canes.
defend Caesar salad candy canes? There's another question.
What's wrong
Thank
with
you,
that?
Alex.
It depends. Do they use sardines in their dressing for the candy canes, or
Nice little thing to nibble on.
yeah? Because that's really
Not
the big
quite
difference
sure.
for me.
Not quite sure, but
Okay, we'll do two.
two
Okay,
questions.
let's go, Miguel.
Mary fuck kill.
Oh, good.
Helen Mirren, Meryl Streep, or Julia Child. And Julia Child.
All you. I already did this.
Say it one more time.
I'm gonna
I
fuck
think
Meryl.
that's
I'm gonna
obvious.
fuck the shit out of
Yeah,
Meryl
I'm gonna
Streep.
fuck the shit out of Meryl Streep for sure.
She'd
I'm
be an
going
angry
to kill
one.
Helen
And I
Mirren,
want
and I'm
all-
gonna
I want-
marry Julia Child. 'Cause
I
she
want-
can cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Julia
marry
Child cooking
Julia.
for you?
Can you imagine the meals? I'd gain like 60 pounds in 2
Okay.
weeks.
I'm
You
gonna-
rail Meryl Streep. You eat Julia Child's food.
And I want
And
Oh,
Helen
I didn't
can
think
be
you
in a
were- You'll
dumpster.
eat her
I want
what?
all the Oscars on the bed too.
You'll eat
All
her-
of them.
You'll eat her what? Okay, so I'm going to have a dissenting opinion on Julia Child because I like to cook. I would kill her.
Really?
I don't want the competition.
I think the voice might
Okay,
like
Peter.
after a few years
I don't want
with
the
that voice,
competition.
it's like Julia, just talk normal.
Bring it up. What's up, Adrian? Oh. Now we know who wrote it, though.
God damn it. It's so obvious it's from him, but I have to read it. Is this sex or just like casual?
Just read the question.
Just read the question. We'll interpret.
Who
what he
would you
meant.
spend one night with? Not clear if it's like banging. O.J. Simpson, Delonte West, Deshaun Watson.
Oh, wow.
Not Deshaun Watson because I have to go to work. Like I have to
Oh,
massage him. I don't want to
shit.
do that.
Who would I spend one night with?
Delonte West.
Delonte West needs it the most.
Yeah, he probably needs your help.
Yeah,
You
OJ
probably-
will kill you.
Yeah.
Deshaun will put you to work.
Or he'll tell you how to get away with murder? You had,
All right.
you had problems with trespassing the other day. I couldn't say murder.
Will Oregon ever win a national title?
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
We'll start with the supporter of the frauds over there.
If they can keep a coach around. That's,
Oh, now it's
that's-
up to the coaches?
This is interesting. The Ducks have not had the same coaching staff since 2015, I think. And they notoriously had the same defensive coordinator, running backs goes Aliotti, Campbell, all those guys for decades. And now since 2015, they haven't had the same coaching staff.
I don't know, man. It's this. It's like the same movie every time. It's the cannibalization of the Pac-12. thankfully USC. I mean, I don't know why I said thankfully. I'm not that thankful that they made it out and they're in the top 4 because they did get that 4th spot in the rankings today. But
What sport?
football.
Avoid of it.
You know who the Ducks? The Ducks are Kirk Cousins. You can win a
Kirk
bunch
Cousins?
of regular season games, but you fall apart under the bright lights.
Just
I mean,
That's the
at least,
Oregon
shirtless
Ducks.
at
man
least
in
he
chain.
looks good in chains. I don't know. There's
Who
some
always-
things that are great about.
Yeah, they
Kirk
look great.
Cousins.
They have
I
great
bet-
uniforms,
I
but
bet
they
he's a
can't-
great father.
Okay.
Is he a dad?
He's there for his kids.
You
Is he
don't
a
know
dad?
he has kids.
He does have kids. Kirk Cousins, he was born with kids.
No,
He's a
no, no.
God-fearing
Philip
man.
Rivers was born with
I don't
kids.
think he
Yeah,
has
that's
kids.
That guy's had. Okay, so college football playoff rankings, right? Like you had the Georgia takes care of business, then you have Michigan dismantling Ohio State, right? And then another question, I love this. And then you have TCU, and then you round it out with USC.
USC made 4th.
USC made 4th.
That's good.
You were driving over as the rankings came out. You had 3 top 10 teams to lose, and now so LSU falls to A&M, which is embarrassing because
Crazy.
you've known what that offense is like for the last 10 years.
Yep.
Ohio State demolished at home, then Clemson loses to South Carolina.
Who's
Yep.
5?
And Spencer Rattler put up the performance of his life. I don't know if anybody watched QB1 on Netflix, but I thought that was pretty incredible. 6 touchdowns and took down.
5 is Ohio State, 6 is Alabama. Are you surprised that
No.
a team that was
So-
number 2 all year that all of a sudden goes down
So they're-
all the way to 5?
They're waiting for USC to lose to Utah so they can bring Ohio State back in.
You think?
That's
Yeah.
how they're setting it up.
Yeah, because they got to be able to say, well, we gave USC their chance. All they had to do is
Or
win,
TCU.
control.
I mean, like TCU
Yeah.
is a team that has
Absolutely.
notoriously played from behind all year.
Absolutely.
But do they have a conference championship to play in?
Yeah, so the Big 12 will be
Baylor?
who do they got? They've got Kansas State.
Oh.
Yeah, so Kansas State, which is a top 15 opponent.
I will say, I think USC gives either one of the other 2 teams a way better matchup than TCU will. I think USC has, with Caleb Williams and with, I forgot his name, coaching, Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley.
I think they put up a much better fight against those SEC schools or Michigan than TCU.
Alabama at 6 is fucking rigged. Like, why
It
would
is
they
rigged.
even have a chance? There's no way they should be up there.
I mean,
It's because they're Alabama.
yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like a gentleman's sweep, right? It's like, okay, we'll give you the 5, you're not going to get in, but like, we'll you're right there with them. So, anything? I mean, there have been a couple of new ones.
Don't pay attention
Alex
to
has
me.
brought
I'm
up
just
coming,
reading.
thinking very, very excited about his thing.
But I tell you what, I'm excited to see how these championships games go. I think that the 4 we see right now are not going to be the 4 that are actually in the playoffs.
Right, yeah.
So I'm excited to see how things shift up.
It is interesting to see what happened in the USC game. Did Caleb Williams end up getting himself a potential Heisman within this whole thing as well? It's nice what a transfer portal will do. And I think that, like, what the transfer portal has done this year and the NIL has done has created the parity that we've all talked about for the
Absolutely.
longest time. It's like it allows saying that, like, even if you have the number 1 recruiting class, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be right up at the top. You might get the benefit of the doubt in preseason polls, but you have to play the games, and then you're going to be saddled with a, Jimbo Fisher-led team for the next decade.
Do all the women in here know that Braxton is taken off the market?
Oh.
Thanks,
just-
Bill. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate
I am
that.
just excited that is what you are walking down the aisle in.
I know. I keep
Next
on
September.
I keep on like catching the
It's
jacket
nice.
in my peripherals
It's so
and being
scratchy.
like, "Oh, I'm
It's
actually
so
I'm
scratchy.
actually wearing this."
Yeah, it is
It
so
is-
scratchy.
It fits me so well, though. The fact that this is a promotional item and it's tailored exactly for my body is a little concerning.
Yeah, and it's the right color. It matches all of your orange
I know
and
my
your
red.
red.
My red face. and
Okay,
my
so if
orange
you were
beard.
actually Fireball offered to pay for your entire wedding and honeymoon, would you guys do it? But you have to rock
Jarrah,
all Fireball
Jarrah.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, there
yeah.
we do.
shit. Yes?
We need to get
Money
in touch
motivated.
with the right
That's what I
people at
appreciate.
Fireball to make this happen. Somebody make Scott get on it.
The things that we do for money.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's not a lot. It's really not
pretty,
a lot.
Pretty much everything.
Anything will do.
Oh, Paul
I love
Mitchell in
these
the house.
questions.
Ladies, you like that shampoo and conditioner you're using? You can thank this guy, Paul
Mr.
Mitchell. Let's
Paul
go.
Mitchell. While Miguel is reading that, I will talk about now that Eric is here.
Oh.
For those who have not heard us before, we do have on the tables an opportunity to do a little QR code and listen and subscribe. So if you guys are at least halfway interested in what's going on, we'd appreciate the listen.
Yeah.
But in one of those, Braxton was traveling to Texas, or you were traveling to Utah?
I think I was going to Texas.
And he needed someone to buy him marijuana.
I did.
And he decides to call Eric, and Eric was the number 3 guy.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
So I'm over at Peter's house, and we are recording, and I realized that I need to acquire this marijuana before the night ends, because my flight's early the next morning.
Yes.
And so what do? I called Jimmy's directly.
You called him on a landline.
On the landline, Sarah picked up the bat phone, and I said, "Hey, Sarah, who is there that I know that will do me a favor?" And sure enough, Eric's ass was here.
Eric.
Fucking
Eric
Eric.
was
Fucking
here.
Eric.
Fucking Eric.
And
Take a bow, Eric. Take
there
a
we
fucking
go.
bow.
Round of applause for
Yeah,
Eric.
round of applause for Eric.
Yes, I got my cartridge. Absolutely. But one of the most hilarious telephone conversations ensued. I would assume that Eric had maybe 1 or 2 beverages, and he at one point he said, "Hey, do you just want 1 cartridge?" And I said, "Well, hey, if you can get me 2 cartridges, that would be great." And there was this small pause of silence, and he just goes, "Well, I'm not made of money." And it's, "Well, then why did you offer to get me another one, Eric?" But he got me the cartridge. You are a good man. Thank you so much.
I didn't know I was being recorded at the time. So
Yeah, you did.
Hey,
Do you remember those
but you
stairs?
signed the NDA afterwards, so we're good.
Yeah.
Eric, do you remember those
Okay,
stairs?
perfect.
There's no fucking stairs
Yeah,
anywhere. No stairs.
Okay, so as we get to this weekend in college football as well, we had Oregon and Oregon State. And Oregon up by 3 scores in the third quarter, in which an Oregon booster put down $11,000 onto a suite on the strip.
Oregon booster?
An Oregon booster did. Which then led
Probably
to...
scamming people for crypto and shit.
Probably. In which Oregon decided to shit the bed and handed the Ducks their 3rd loss of the year. So now your 3 losses are Georgia, Oregon State, and Washington. Those are like the 3 worst losses that you could have had on your entire year.
Yeah, I think if you were to sit down with an Oregon fan at the beginning of the year and have the schedule in front of you,
say you go 9-3,
and say, "Hey, you're going to go 9-3. Pick the 3 games you don't want to lose."
And those are the 3.
I think every Duck fan is going to choose Georgia, Oregon State, and
Yeah,
Washington.
absolutely.
So
There is an Oregon Duck somewhere back there
We got a question.
that said, "How slow does one need to drive through Corvallis to get a diploma from OSU? And which window does it need to be open for it to be thrown out of?"
oh, goodness
Okay,
gracious.
you're not a fucking Ivy League school. You're not that far ahead from Oregon State. We're the Beavers. Like, speak the fuck up.
You need like a 3-4 to get into Oregon, though, right? Don't you?
No, Phil Knight just fucking pays all of them.
Yeah, you just bring.
I mean,
Phil
how,
Knight just
how do
pays
you
for
feel when
everybody.
you fly in the PDX and you drive through Corvallis and you go to Eugene? You see their facility and you go to Corvallis. You're like, of course I'll go to fucking Eugene.
Yeah.
They have way better shit.
The fact that, like, and we can talk about this here in a second, the fact that Jonathan Smith has done what he has done with so little in a half stadium for this year is incredible. But, I mean, with the game, you're up 3 scores in the second half. Like, how the fuck does that happen?
There's no better way to beat Oregon than just junction boys, hard-nosed, not throwing, and just run it down your throat football.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily like run it down your throat. It
was. They didn't
no,
throw
but
in the
hold on,
second
hold
half.
on. What it was is it was a muff punt on the 2-yard line. It was a go for it on 4th and 21 to give them the short field. So, yes, it was run them down the throat. But what it was on the other side was we'll give you 29 yards. We'll give you 2 yards. You scored 14 points on 31 yards. So that was the problem, is that self-inflicted wounds ended up getting you a loss to the Beavers. And
So you're
it was
not
a
giving
cocky
Oregon
side.
State any credit?
No,
You're
it's
saying
not
Oregon made mistakes, so they lost the game?
It can be both, is what I'm saying. It can be both. Oregon State can win the game, and yes, you execute. But what happens is that, like, you were given 14 points on 31 yards. So that's the problem.
And this might be a bold take, but I think it was dumb for Bo Nix. He was obviously affected by injury. I think Ty Thompson can go out and win that game 9 out of 10 against Oregon State. That is not a very good team. And it was.
Well, I don't think that it's not a very good. I'm going to play both sides on it.
Comparatively
Ty Thompson comes in and
to
saves the day?
Ducks, I think it was very obvious in that game that it was Oregon who dropped the ball, not necessarily Oregon State playing a superior
It was
football
taking
game.
advantage with the things that you were given, right? And you were given.
Ducks are frauds, and everyone fucking knows it. Everyone knows it.
But at the
They
end of the
showed
day,
it this year.
wins and losses are what matter, and we got another one in the L column. So I guess Cusco's going to have to wear that collar one more year.
I'll bet you.
Oh, did you have a loss here? A little personal? Because you watched the game with a bunch of Beaver fans.
I
right?
did, and now I think because I go
Beaver
to
fans
the
are
coast
nicer,
with
by the way.
Jarrett's family every year for Thanksgiving, and we have this bet that our dog Cusco, whoever wins, he wears the team collar for the year. In the last 2 years, we've traveled for that holiday, that weekend, to the coast with her family full of Beaver fans, and they've won both times.
So he's not coming
And I think
anymore.
that they've created some kind of hex on me personally, and my dog for that matter. He's got to wear that shit for 2 years now?
What exercising of demons needs to happen at this point?
Probably just more Fireball. Or a Ducks win, maybe. That would be nice.
Maybe,
That would be
please.
nice.
Please.
That would be fucking nice.
So.
Also, Dan Lanning's staying next year.
Thanks, Bill.
That's already been. I owe you $20.
You do?
Yeah, Hugh Freeze was just hired by Auburn.
Oh, right.
Perfect.
Yeah, Dan Lanning.
Oh, you
Dan
didn't know? I
Lanning
could have
coming.
fooled you.
I mean, I do have access to Google.
The Google.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So Dan Lanning, I guess, is going to stick around. His offensive coordinator is going to be gone. His quarterback is going to be gone. So I guess we'll see how year
So
two
he
goes.
loses
Let's go.
5
Ty
games next
Thompson, next man up.
No.
Let's go.
NIL is how it's going to go. Okay, so
Hold on.
Miguel's
Fight
got
one.
one.
Stephen Hawking or Forrest Gump?
Oh, my God.
Do I have to chase Forrest Gump?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to.
Stephen Hawking.
Are you going to tell me that I need to say on a recording that I'm going to fight a man in a wheelchair?
You don't have to. You can fight Forrest Gump.
Right, but he's too fast. Am I going to? We've already said on this podcast we're not outrunning anyone. I mean, that's the problem.
You can dress up like Jenna. He'll come to you and then you
Your
beat the
favorite
shit out of him.
generation. It's your favorite generation.
Any other good ones, Miguel?
Yeah, I know. Screw the person whoever put that one.
Yeah.
Mary
Are you
fuck.
trying to cancel us? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Getting us in hot water here. We'll tell you later.
I will respond.
I do
Mary-
have an answer.
Mary fuck killed Joey. Why? Like, can we? Mary fuck killed
Apparently
Joey
we have a
Harrington,
theme.
Dennis Dixon, Marcus Mariota.
Huh.
I mean, you got to marry Mariota.
No. I mean, like.
Yeah. I mean, he's
yeah,
a cute
because you
boy.
do get to
There's
also-
no doubt about it. He is a cute
Mariota
cute
will
boy.
do
Yeah.
chores.
No, he'll take accountability for himself. What are you
Yeah, but
talking
he's
about?
Yeah.
I said he'll do chores. Like he'll be an equal partner.
Yeah, no. I'm sure he'll
I'll
respect
fuck
the
the
fuck
shit out
of
of
me.
Dennis Dixon, and Joey Harrington can go fuck himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joey
yeah,
Harrington.
Fuck Joey
I
Harrington.
love you, buddy, but you shouldn't fucked
tri-
us over, bro.
We tried to get you on the pod, Joey. so
we
we're-
tried
refuse to be a
tried
guest
to
on this
connect with
podcast.
Joey Harrington.
Fuck Joey
and he told us
Harrington.
in so many words
Fuck
to
Joey
fuck
Harrington.
off.
he
so
did. He goes, I really pay attention to my branding. Be
Yeah, I bet you do, Joey.
Sorry
I
we're
bet you
so
fucking
low
do.
for you, Joey. My
I
bad.
mean, he probably made the right decision. If anybody here has listened
No
to
one wants
anything
to
tonight,
associate
Joey
himself.
Harrington made the right decision not
Yeah.
getting involved with us. That's for sure.
It's because he can't take fireball shots.
That's true. How's everybody's fireball? We enjoying it? Is it good? Beautiful. There we go.
Do you ever wonder, like, people actually listen to this shit?
I know. It is weird because, like,
That's what I've been thinking this whole time.
the fact is that, like, I ended up getting married after I talked about the girl I had a crush on the radio, right? So
You do that a lot.
this work,
Like,
yes.
you're married.
I mean, there she is, right? Is that like I talk about a girl on the radio, and then she hears it, and then she's like, "Hey, let's get married," and I go, "That's all."
But the number of times you've talked about an ex-girlfriend when you're married is kind of uncomfortable for me.
Possibly.
Here you go,
Um,
Miguel.
Quick NFL in review. There was a skunk at the Browns game. How about that?
A literal one?
Did you not see that? There was a
No.
literal skunk
At the
in
Browns?
the stands.
That's
After someone had driven a construction equipment on the field because they were so mad, they destroyed the turf. They were able to patch it up enough to play the game, but then
I
a
saw that.
skunk shows up in the stands.
That's a little too fitting, except for the fact that we
they
just
won the game.
fucking beat Tom Brady
Yeah.
in overtime. You ever heard of it? Didn't
Ever
think
heard
so.
of it.
How jacked
Didn't
were you
think
when
so.
that
Have
happened?
the Chargers done that?
beat Tom Brady.
Yeah. No.
The
is
Chargers
I
had a
don't
good
know.
comeback win, though.
They did.
They
They
did.
did look good.
Yeah. And then Lamar Jackson, after a loss to the Jaguars, is telling people to eat dick, which is kind of a little controversial.
I mean, well, maybe they should. You
He
think
was
about
responding. He didn't initiate it.
that? Did you think about his side
He
piece?
was just the victim here, is what you're saying.
Maybe they should eat dick. Something to think about.
Well, speaking of, no, I was going to try and parlay that
Yeah.
or try and
Yeah, segue dick.
segue dick. Okay. Mike White? That's not a good segue at
No.
all. No.
No, not at all.
No. But I did enjoy. I mean, you're going to be going to the Jets game.
Yeah, we've got a few people here who are going to the Jets game.
Really?
Yeah.
Who else?
What, Jets
You're
Seattle?
caravanning?
Yeah, Jara, Naoko, Austin. We're all going to be
Nice.
there. New Year's Eve. NYE, Seattle. Be there, be square.
Okay, so you guys are going to see Mike White, the
I
White
hope
Knight,
so. The White Knight.
the White Knight of.
I'm sure he loves
What
that
happened
nickname.
to Flacco?
If a god
He did have
exists,
great
then
stats.
Joe Flacco will play that day. Joe Flacco will play that day.
We shall see.
Oh, thank you.
Here we go.
Nice.
Fireball.
I gotta work
Love it.
tomorrow.
Love it. Love it.
See how it goes. A little baby shot. Yeah, why not?
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
You know, it's Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday,
It is.
and I
The
did
perfect
cut
day
that
for
out of the
Fireball.
open. Is that the only reason why we do this podcast is to drink on weekdays?
Yeah, that is about 70% of the reason.
I've already exceeded what I normally drink at your house tonight.
In
Yeah,
Fireball
that's right.
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then within the NFL, kind of a predictable week. You had a Jaguars mascot in a Speedo, a skunk in the stands.
Kind
Mike,
of a,
what-
yeah, just another typical week.
Okay. There was one thing that I was interested in kind of getting your guys' take, because this is something that we would debate on a normal night when we go for a couple hours, which was you get the oblique injury, you have a number of injuries with the broken thumb, with Aaron Rodgers. Do you go with Jordan Love at this point? Do you go away from Aaron Rodgers, your
No.
$50 million man?
Because he
You're
had
very
two good,
quick on that.
Because he had two good throws. No, it's still Aaron Rodgers.
But I
until
mean,
he retires.
statistically, you're very close to out of it. So say you are out of it, all right? Say like in a week or two you're out of it. Then do you go with Jordan Love for the rest of the year? You might as well.
What,
you might as well
7
see
games
what you've
left?
got. You might as well see what you've got.
I mean, it really depends on how injured he is. But I feel like Aaron Rodgers is one of the few people in the NFL who actually will be like, no, I don't want to play. I don't feel right.
I don't.
think
I
he
also
cares
don't
enough.
think that's just a decision for the organization. I think you see once you make that decision, then you are basically saying we're replacing you.
Right. I just don't think that like Aaron Rodgers, to a degree, will be like, I will never let you guys see what this guy is capable of. Right. I think
Then
that's kind of the
you
big
make the
thing.
decision as an organization if you want to do the Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre transition. With
Correct. Yeah, because that's what effectively it could mean. Is that if, but I mean, again, then you've got $100 million more on the books for an Aaron Rodgers. You know, who knows? But I do think that like you shut it down. You've got the Vikings who are already in a position to potentially, clinch. As soon as it's done, why risk your guy? But that's kind of how it. Team USA today, because we're all soccer fans.
Yeah,
Do we
USA.
have any soccer fans in the house?
Anybody?
Anyone? I've got one. All
There we
right,
go,
cool.
Eric.
Well,
what's soccer?
yeah.
Anybody love
America?
America? Yeah, no,
All right.
no, none of those
what
either.
About, okay,
there we
what,
go.
What about nut taps? Because so Christian Pulisic scores the goal, need right in the dick.
Yeah.
Right in the dick. Who loves a good
Paid the ultimate price.
nut taps? Are always funny.
They are.
Especially on a global stage, right?
But
On a
I mean, it
global
was
stage, a
worth
good
it.
nut
We
tap
got the
for-
win. Nut tap aside, sometimes you got to get your nuts tapped to win the game.
Not that you initiate. He initiated his own nut tap today.
I suppose.
He put his
walked right
balls
into
on
it.
that guy's knee. It wasn't the other way around.
Sold his
Yeah.
body out. So sold the body out. Well, USA continues to advance. We're all soccer people.
Yeah, we're all obviously psyched about it.
So psyched.
New name for a civil war.
New name for the Civil War. Honestly, I did see a good one the other day. So it's obviously Oregon State. There are more Bigfoot sightings in our state and in the Northwest.
What sightings?
Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Yeah.
In our state and in our area
We
than
have a lot
anywhere
of crazy
else.
people out here.
So you could say the Bigfoot ball game. Bigfoot ball game. Bigfoot ball game.
That doesn't have a
football
good
game.
ring.
It kind
Bigfoot
of does,
ball
though.
game?
Why
I
does
think
it
that's
not?
a good one.
But there's one that you looked up. There's like a platypus. What does a
Right.
platypus have to do with the state of Oregon?
A platypus is like the.
Have you never seen a platypus?
I don't even know what a platypus is.
A platypus is a duck and a beaver literally combined.
They fucked. Yeah, a duck and a beaver
Then
that fucked.
how do you beat that?
I don't know. I feel like that's
The
probably the
Platypus
clear
Cup.
winner.
I'm not exactly sure how we got to the Civil War,
I'm-
considering we're in Oregon, but
Yeah, that doesn't make a ton of sense.
The Civil
and
War.
we
name?
are. It just makes sense. So
Yeah, and see, that's why we don't talk about it. Because it doesn't make sense.
Well,
any more questions? Because we are about to play some
No.
Smash or Pass.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So what's up next?
Blowing.
And we can just play it, or I would love to get people's.
Yeah.
Because we would love for other people to objectify these.
Yeah. If
wonderful
you're
people.
interested, if you draw your attention to the screen over here, we are going to put up some images, and all you got to do is tell
Bryant,
us if
you know
smash,
this.
smash or pass. Easy
Smash
as that.
or Pass. And these are NFL players and coaches. The first one, Patricia Mahomes.
Smash or pass?
I'm smashing.
Pass. Really?
What?
Pass?
Who said that? Who said that?
Yeah, that's a big old pass. for
Pass.
me.
There's a lot of hair to grab onto.
That's a wonderful mullet.
Right, but like, should she have a mullet? Like, why not just like a mane of hair?
I think they prefer to go by they.
They should
Anyways.
they? Okay, but Patricia Mahomes for me,
Pass.
But you
Pass.
said smash, but no. What about Maddie Stafford? Maddie Stafford's kind of
Ooh,
cute.
Smash.
Smash or pass,
Smash.
folks.
Maddie, yeah. One more fireball.
How many fireballs total?
How many?
How many, Eric?
Three fireballs
Okay.
for Eric.
Yeah,
All
that's
right, there
doable.
we go.
All right. Maddie Stafford is pretty cute. Aaron.
Ah, fresh off a divorce.
Oh gosh. That looks
Hard
like
pass.
so many Mormon mothers.
You don't
I've
think you'll
seen in my
learn
life.
something from her?
It's like PTSD.
You can learn something from Aaron.
Oh,
Aaron
goodness
Rodgers.
gosh.
All right. What about Rochelle?
Oh
Wilson?
my goodness.
Yes.
Look how Rochelle is spelled.
I know. I had to
Rochelle.
try.
What the hell kind of Rochelle is that?
Oh, Rochelle is
Rochelle.
incredibly beautiful.
Yeah. Very
Is that
soft
just
featured.
Sierra?
Yeah,
Smash?
it might
Is that
be
just
Smash?
Sierra?
Yeah.
Smash.
All right, so
All right.
smash on
Is she
Rochelle.
hotter than Sierra?
No.
I think so too.
We got one guy over here falling in love with Rochelle right now.
Both rumored to have dicks before.
Oh,
Well, that was a
goodness.
whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not fair.
Oh, yeah. That's not fair. All right. Justine Fields.
Oh,
Check the
Justine.
ID. Yeah, check her ID.
That's a lot of teeth.
Yeah. Justine Fields.
Check the ID.
Big forehead. Long neck. What's with the neck? But,
Let her live.
all right. We'll check the ID. Joanna Burrow.
Ugh.
Now, but Joanna Burrow looks like every bully in like every teen movie ever.
Yeah.
She looks like she smokes Camel Crushes.
Yeah.
She looks like
Two kids.
angry because I'm insecure, but like also like vulnerable at the same time. You could go along
Yeah.
with it.
She's definitely the girl who's like, Greg will never like you.
Right.
He'll always love me.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Somehow in a
Fuck
triangle.
Joanna.
Like literally or like not?
Like, nah.
Okay.
Nah. I don't fuck
I'm
with
about
her.
Joanna Burrow.
She's
I'll
getting
tell you
checks on the 1st and the 15th.
Yeah, that is your type, Pete. That is your
that.
type.
It's kind of like more of a hate. Can I say that? A hate fuck? All right.
You just did.
Jamie Garoppolo.
Smash and a half.
Jamie.
I think that Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jamie's kind of a MILF.
She can kill me after.
Jamie's kind of a MILF. I gotta be honest.
So who's hotter, Jamie Garoppolo or Jimmy Garoppolo? That's
a
the
tough
ultimate
one.
question.
She has a Fitstagram page.
Yeah, pulling in as much money on OnlyFans as an NFL contract. Okay, Courtney Cousins is
Cross-eyed Cousins.
Cross-eyed
On
Cousins.
prime time.
A terrible primetime record.
I
Cross-eyed.
mean, he looks.
That's just Joe Burrow or Kirk Cousins with a wig on.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't even
isn't
try
all,
on
all of these with a little bit of eyeliner, a little mascara?
She looks like every
he
wife
tweezed
at
his
Whole
eyebrows.
Foods at 1 p.m.
You know, that's
Getting
just a
almond
good
milk.
Midwestern mom right
You
there.
wanna s-
That person buys almond milk every day
She
at
probably
1
makes
p.m.
things
at a zoo
and
pants.
calls them
study later?
salads,
No.
but they're just filled with whipped cream.
Is there anyone on the Courtney?
Who's
Cousins?
passing?
I think it's a pass.
All right.
Well, Adrian has high standards. What do you expect?
What about Anna Reed?
Oh, smash.
How much?
Smash. Smash.
Anna Reed.
No questions asked. Look at that. Look at them lips.
No one's done it?
Listen, Anna Reed is like Stifler's mom, right? Does she not give off Stifler's mom mentality with
Oh, I
the
don't
glasses
know
and a
about
hat? No? Stifler's mom?
Zimmy?
Good to
You
go.
going for Anna Reed?
Yeah.
Oh, Zimmy, you sick fuck. All right.
Oh, there we go.
I'm
There's
proud of you.
always one in the
Oh,
audience.
good,
All right. What about Roberta Sala? Yeah.
Roberta.
Some
Shout-
people are not as high on Roberta, but I would.
You know, Roberta.
You marry that girl. You don't fuck her.
Yeah.
That's more than a smash. All right.
Roberta looks like an athlete. She's on the girls' basketball team putting up triple doubles like nobody's business.
Oh my God. What did you
Whoa,
skip?
hey, whoa.
Chloe
Hold on, man.
Chloe
You can't-
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury.
Why do so many of these look like Mormon mothers?
Chloe.
Chloe Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Beautiful eyes.
divorced mom vibes.
A little bit.
All right.
A little bit.
Shauna McVeigh. Shauna Mc.
Cool mom.
Cool mom.
Soccer mom. Yeah.
I'm not a
very
normal
cool
mom. I'm
Yeah.
a cool mom.
And then we've got Jill.
Jill.
Oh my God.
Jill. Smash.
No.
Smash all the way.
Smash.
Yeah. She's demanding the discounts
I tell
at
you
Safeway.
what, Jill's been doing this for years. She knows exactly what
She
she
doesn't
wants.
feel a thing anymore.
Oh God, it's all numb, but she loves it.
Everything is numb.
Oh goodness.
Wait, I feel like I missed one. Where was? Oh, Dana Campbell.
Oh goodness.
Like Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
What was that?
No.
What was what?
You just said it said IJMS crew. What is that?
Hold on. Because what about the IJMS
oh my
crew?
God.
Because what I decided to do, because there is an app that is,
Okay.
I think it's like a face app swap. So I decided,
Oh,
what
goodness.
if I was switched from this photo
Oh,
into.
first of all, you can tell this guy had an emo phase just by that photo.
Contemplation.
He listened to a lot of like.
A lot of yellow card right
Yeah.
there.
A lot of yellow card. Okay.
Absolutely.
Fallout Boy.
So this was just after I got a haircut. I was feeling myself a little bit.
Dude,
I
this is
wanted to show
bullshit.
it
I
off.
didn't have any part. How did you make me
Yeah.
look?
Don't worry. So this is me if I were if I had the gender swap. What do you think?
Smash.
It'll be your first
I
time.
got one smash.
Oh gosh.
I'll buy your tab is on me.
Woo,
Yeah.
baby, Pete. God
That was
damn.
kind of hot.
Yeah.
It is kind of hot.
Is that just Lindsay?
Double birds. Double birds. I
You
feel
married
pensive.
yourself.
That girl got her master's at Pacific University.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I feel very pensive in this photo.
That looks like an
Very
alma
smart.
mater.
Yeah.
She looks really smart.
What
Word.
about if we were to
Valedictorian.
do? There's
Not
the
an al-
side by side, by the way.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
What about Miguel?
Oh, I
What
can't
about
wait to see this.
Miguel? What if we did Miguel on this nice little face swab? There we go.
yes!
Yeah.
I
Smash.
guarantee she's good at giving head.
Also, yeah.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
She gives incredible
Great
dome.
person.
200%
Incredible dome.
BJ.
Yeah.
BJ percentage. Right up there.
And then, all right, so that's the side by side. And then what about Braxton?
Oh gosh.
What about Braxton?
Are my eyes open?
No.
No.
I mean,
no,
it's on.
nobody knows.
What
Nobody knows.
about Braxton?
How did I gain 10 pounds?
The
You
camera
gotta-
adds 10.
Oh, it's the beard's gone. That's just what my face looks like.
will
Why
drink
do I
you.
look like Jera?
It sometimes happens.
No.
What about?
I actually look like my mom. That's like my mom from like 15 years ago. Oh my gosh. Why are we so close to my face? Can we go to the next image?
I don't know if there's a next image. That's all it.
Thank God.
That's it. I figure that we had to do the same thing. right?
Oh
Which was-
gosh. Well, I guess thank you.
You're welcome.
We're punishing you, right?
Yeah.
It is now time for
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants free Blazer tickets against the Spurs?
So we have Blazers tickets to give away. It is against
There's a
the
catch,
Spurs
though.
of Zach Collins.
well,
you have
here-
to do the punishment.
you have to
with
do the
me.
punishment with Peter, who
So-
lost this week.
So
You can't ask what
I'll
it is.
explain this a little clearer. Peter has lost this week due to his shitty picks and lack of knowledge about sports.
Right. I tried to broker a deal in which Braxton would be the
Yep,
person who
and
did
that's
it.
irrelevant at
You
this
refused.
point.
Because
So
you're a pussy. I mean, like you.
okay.
Well, yeah.
Anywho, so
Anywho.
we have concocted a special pasta for
A pasta.
a special pasta just for Peter, full of all the things he hates. Now Peter is going to get a plate of this pasta.
Which you gave to Tim.
Yeah,
ahead of
Tim,
time.
can you hear me, Tim?
Timmy.
Tim, can I get that secret bag and a fork, please?
You pre-prepared it.
And also a side plate, a side plate. Anyways,
pre-prepared.
So
we have two free Blazers tickets to anyone who is willing to just take one bite of this pasta in solidarity with Peter.
Two
tickets.
2 tickets.
Riley's in. Riley's
have a couple.
Oh, rock paper scissors with the guy
Zimmy's
behind
in.
you.
We have a couple of tickets here. You guys.
Yeah.
2 Blazer tickets for against the Spurs. When?
On January
27th.
7th.
So 2 years from now.
Yeah. All the-
Zimmy.
But we wanted
You
to
got
go.
it?
We wanted to go
All
with
right.
the Zach Collins one
right.
because he's the greatest Blazer
Should
of all
we
time.
tell them what's in this mixture?
Yeah, so while I'm getting this out, why don't you tell him what's in it?
So I'm going to tell you everything that Peter hates, and it's in this Tupperware. He hates spaghetti because he associates spaghetti with dead people food.
Yeah. Which is very great. I mean, very timely.
But it's not spaghetti with spaghetti sauce. He also hates ketchup. That's the sauce in it.
Oh, wonderful.
Uncooked Vienna sausage,
They made me eat an entire Vienna sausage
Ranch.
and then a bunch of ranch dressing.
He
last
also
time.
hates
I almost
anything
vomited.
vinegar related. There's
Vinegar
apple
can't do
cider
that.
vinegar in there.
It's everything I hate.
There's a little bit of cinnamon.
Just because?
Yeah, for
Just
a
for
kick.
spice. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like we don't want to have super I can
You got to
smell
rock,
it.
paper, Zimmy. No, you'll die.
As long as you're not allergic to it.
Yeah, but you got to rock, paper, scissors with Riley.
He's got it. All right. He's heard the punishment. He's bowing.
Zimmer, 3 bites for you if you want the tickets. 3.
Have a sit. Have a sit.
Zimmer
What
probably
is
wouldn't
mine?
mind. He'll probably throw
What's
up.
mine? That's mine? Go ahead and take a bite. All right.
You
What else
got to
is in
finish
it?
that plate.
Okay. I
Vienna
did
sau-
ask for food.
Vienna sausage, ranch, spaghetti noodles, ketchup, cinnamon, and apple
what's with
cider
the
vinegar.
cinnamon?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, the
and apple
Fireball.
cider vinegar.
Don't associate
Fireball,
Fireball
baby.
with this. Don't associate them
He
with
has to take 1 bite. You got to finish that whole plate.
Oh my god! I had ordered
Peter,
wings and
we
fries.
were
right.
either gonna have you take
All
2
right.
bites
Stop
and wear a
talking
fucking
about it.
Speedo,
Be
but
about
we're
it.
scratching the Speedo idea, so you got to finish that.
Okay, it's very it's very glistening. So I guess I'll go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, finish it. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
He'll probably throw up. He hates ketchup. Throw up in the bag though. Keep going. You got to eat it
Pete.
fast.
You got it, Pete. You got it, Pete.
This is the most disgusting thing I've ever done.
You
Is it that bad?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's bad for you.
Yeah.
You hate ketchup. Keep
All right,
going.
that's enough for me. He doesn't need to eat that whole plate.
No,
Holy
he does.
shit.
Hey,
he does
hey.
not have to eat
You got
this
to eat that whole plate. Yeah.
One bite, my dude.
You got to eat the whole plate. You go-
Oh, let me.
You can't just spit it out. You can't spit it out. That's just for puke.
Puke only. That's a puke only
Sack
bag,
up.
Pete. All right,
For free pleasure ticket.
here we go. For the tickets. How is it?
That's not a big enough bite. You can.
It's bigger than you, Lines. Don't worry about it. Come on.
Bigger than you.
You're loving it. He's loving it.
It's gross. It's
Good
not
when
gross.
it hits the lips.
Yeah.
It's very tangy
Oh my
and
gosh.
spicy.
He's
I ordered
he's
food
going-
after this.
By the way, chicken strips are great
You're
here,
liking
folks.
it?
Tip your waiter.
No, I had to get through it.
Yes, you've
Yeah,
got
you're
it.
good. You
Hey,
got
hey,
your
round
plate
of
here.
applause for Zimmer here. Great job. We'll grab your email afterwards. We'll send those over to you. Thank you.
I get more of this sausage
Okay,
here.
perfect.
There's no tickets. We're fucking with you.
Yeah, there are no tickets.
Loser.
People will do anything
Oh
for
my
tickets.
gosh, I can't even.
You can watch it on
Be
TV.
near
It's
this.
better anyway.
It's so wet and so spicy. I
gosh.
ordered food after this.
This is so
Yeah.
gross.
I told Tim, I was like, hey, make sure you have wings and fries for me after this.
gosh.
It's like my rider.
I can't believe you're still eating this.
I thought that I had to. You told me I
I
had
mean-
to.
Yeah, he's got to finish it.
Oh my gosh. Well, while Peter's finishing this, big shout out to Boneyard, big shout out to Scrimmage, even bigger shout out to Fireball. Round of
Thank
applause
you,
for
Fireball.
Fireball
Thank you,
showing out
Fireball.
tonight, having the drinks, having the merch. If you haven't gotten a shot already, please do. Come get a T-shirt, come get a koozie, come get sunglasses.
And listen, we would appreciate the subscribes,
Yes.
the follows. You know, the QR code's on your
Yeah, it's all over the tables.
on your table. Just scan that; it'll take you right to our page, and then you can hear this episode, previous episodes. We spend the first like half hour, 45 minutes of every episode not talking about sports, so it's kind of timely. And then at the end of the episode, we do shit like this, and we make him eat baby birds and whatever the fuck this is.
But we do always close out the episode the same way, so we're going to do it the same way today. Clear eyes.
Full heart.
Can't lose.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Appreciate you.